How many times have you had a business idea and thought, I'll build a website for this once I learn how to code, or once I save up enough to hire someone, or once I have more time? I've been there, and I'll tell you what happened. I never learned how to code. Hiring someone was expensive, and time, never found it. But here's what changed. There are AI tools right now that will build a fully functional, genuinely impressive business website from a plain English description. No code, no agency, no waiting. In this video, I'm going to show you how I used one of those tools, Lovable, to build a real business website from scratch. And I'm going to show you how to give it a professional domain name for 99 cents. Because a great website with a bad URL, still a website nobody trusts. So here's what we're doing in this video. I'm going to walk you through building a complete business website using Lovable AI. We're talking real pages, real layout, real functionality, all generated from a prompt. Then I'm going to show you how to publish it so it's live on the internet. And before we even get to the building part, I'm going to show you how to grab a .online domain name for just $2.99. You heard that right, $2.99. Because I've brought a special deal for you from .online domains. Because you need to sort that early. And I'll explain why in a minute. By the end of this, you've got a business website that looks completely professional with a domain name that makes people trust it. So let's go. Before we jump in, a quick thanks to the sponsor of today's video, .online domains. Now look, if you're building a business website, you need a domain name. It's not optional. It's what separates a real business from a hobby project. It's what makes people click, trust you, and come back. But here's the problem. A clean, credible domain name is hard to find. That's where .online comes in. .online is the perfect domain extension for business websites. With .online, you get a clean domain name like www.bizname.online, which is easy to read, easy to remember, and instantly tells people what you do. You're a business, you're online. From consultants and freelancers to e-commerce sellers and service providers, millions of businesses trust and use .online domains. And because the word online is used in over 500 million search queries a month, having it in your domain gives your business website more visibility on search engines and more chances to be clicked. Plus, I have a special deal for you, which means you get a .online domain for just 99 cents for the first year. I'll show you exactly how to do that later in this video, including how to connect it to your website. So make sure you stick around. Before you open Lovable, you need to spend about 10 minutes thinking, because the quality of what Lovable builds for you is almost entirely dependent on the quality of what you tell it. The three things to nail down before you write a single prompt: 1, what does the business do? 2, who's it for? 3, what do you want someone to do when they land on the website? For this video, I'm building a website for a freelance bookkeeper, someone who handles the accounts for small business owners who don't want to deal with spreadsheets. The business is called Clearbook. It's a service people find online, book online, and pay online. One more thing to have sorted before you start: your domain name. Just have a name in mind. Lovable has a built-in domain buying flow, so we'll handle the purchase when we get to publishing. It takes about 30 seconds. Just know what you want before you get there. Head over to Lovable and sign in or sign up. You can start on the free plan to explore, but to publish your site with a custom domain, which is what we're doing today, you'll need the starter plan. That's $20 a month. Still, for a fully built live business website, that's cheap. Now, just like with any AI tool, the prompt is everything. You don't need to know how to code, but you do need to know how to describe what you want clearly. So here's the prompt I'm using. Build me a clean, professional business website for a freelance bookkeeping service called Clearbook. The site should include a hero section with a short headline and a call to action button to book a free consultation. A services section covering 3 packages: starter, growth, and scale, each with a short description and price placeholder. A short about section explaining the founder's background, a client testimonials section with placeholder quotes, and a contact form. Design should feel modern, trustworthy, and minimal. Clean whites and deep greens, including a sticky navbar. Output as a web app. A few things to note about that prompt: named the business, I gave it a color direction, I told it exactly what sections I want and what each section should do. The more specific you are, the less you have to reprompt later. And here goes Lovable. It's going to interpret that prompt and start building that site in real time. You can watch the code being written on the right while the preview builds on the left. Let's take a look at what it produced. That's generally impressive for a first pass. The layout is clean, color scheme came out exactly how I described it, and all the sections are there. I'm going to make a couple of adjustments. The hero headline is a bit generic, and I want the 3 service tiers to feel more distinct. Now I'll go back to Lovable and ask it to fix both of those. Here's the updated version. Much better. The headline is sharper, the pricing section is cleaner. This is a business website I'd actually feel confident sending to a potential client. And I've spent nothing so far except about 20 minutes of my time. Now, let's get it live. Right, we're happy with the site. Let's get it live. Hit the publish button in the top right corner of Lovable. Your site goes live immediately on a Lovable subdomain. Something like clearbook-ai.lovable.app. That works, but nobody's putting that on a business card. Let's get a proper domain on this. In the publishing panel, you'll see an option to add a custom domain. Click Add Custom Domain. You can also get here through Project Settings, then Domains. Same place either way. And here's where it gets good. You'll see two options. Connect a domain you already own or buy new domain. We're buying, so select that. Now you get a search bar, and this is where I want to be deliberate about what I'm getting. I'm not just grabbing whatever is available. I specifically want a .online domain. Here's why. The word online gets over 500 million searches a month. Having it in your domain gives your site more visibility and more chances to get clicked. For a business that gets found online, booked online, and paid online, it just makes sense. So I'm searching for clearbook.online. Available. That's the one. I can see the price. It's $2.99, and I'm happy with that. Let me run through the checkout, confirm the billing details, and complete the purchase. Done. And here's the part I genuinely like about doing it this way. Because the domain was bought inside Lovable, the platform connects it to your project automatically. No DNS records to copy, no name servers to swap out, no waiting on hold with a registrar. Lovable just handles it in the background. Head back to project settings, then domains, and you'll see clearbook.online listed under your project. It might show as pending or verifying for a few minutes. That's normal. Just the internet catching up. Once it flips to connected, open a new browser tab and type in your domain. And there it is, clearbook.online. Loading, looking exactly like a business that knows what it's doing. And if you look up at the browser bar, you'll see the padlock icon too. SSL is active, the site is secure, and it is ready to send to clients. Built with AI, live on a proper domain, done. Look, the tools to build a proper business website exist right now. They're affordable, and you don't need to know how to code to use them. The only thing that makes a Lovable built site look less credible is a bad domain name. Everything else, Lovable handles. If you're a freelancer, a consultant, small business owner, a side hustler, there's no reason your business shouldn't have a professional website with a credible .online domain in 2026. Drop any questions you have in the comments and I'll get to as many as I can. And get started. This is going to be your year. I can feel it. Finally, a big thank you to .online domains for sponsoring this one. The link is in the description. Go check if your business name is available on .online and lock it in for 99 cents before you start building. I'll see you in the next one.